Good morning, wonderful, amazing, sweet, and lovely people. How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day today, and I hope you know that everybody still your joy. Welcome to Maryam's Joyful Life. Today is a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are so amazing. I'm very happy to have you guys here today. I really am. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Today's a good day. It's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to find yourself again. Yeah. I'm super excited about this because, only God knows the intensity of what I've been through. And to be able to find myself again, find my voice again, find my confidence again, find my humanity again, to be able to feel again, to feel alive again, to feel inspired again. I know what it took. So I'm here to share with you guys, and hopefully by sharing, I'm able to inspire you to find yourself again. To find your center, to find that place where you feel like, whoa, I'm whole. I feel good. I believe I can make it. I believe things will work out for me. Yeah, I'm worthy. I'm lovable. A place where you find your voice and you start expressing yourself like you want to. You start loving yourself more. You start going for what you want. You start seeing things from your own perspective. A place where you refuse to be influenced by negative people, where you refuse to allow the negative voices in your head dictate for you how you live your life and how you see things. So we're here to talk about how to find yourself. Your place of joy and solace and inspiration and power. How you find your voice again. Yeah, I'm super excited for this, you guys. Today's going to be a great day. How have you guys been enjoying the previous videos? I hope they have been really great, and you've been inspired, and you've been taking away very important points that apply to your situation from them, because that's the goal. I'm here to help you take your power back. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to get you to see how valuable you are, because when you begin to see how valuable you are, then you start taking your power back. You don't allow people or circumstances dictate to you how you live your life. You then start to realize that you are the soul. You are the spiritual self having a human journey. And you start realizing that situations and circumstances that you've been through, they're just events. They're not a prison sentence. You don't have to be stuck and stay right there. You get up, you pick back up, and you keep moving one step in front of the other. All right? All right, you guys. So let's go back. Let's go into the video. So today we're talking about how to find yourself. And I gave myself some notes. You know, it's good to have notes. So what does it mean to find yourself? I know that I gave you guys like a brush through of what it means to find yourself. But for me, what it means to find myself is what makes me happy, doing what makes me happy. Not what I think somebody thinks will make me happy, but doing truly what makes me happy. Because for a long time, I was only doing things that pleased the people in my life, that made them happy. And each time I found myself trying to go in the direction of the things that made me happy, it felt like I was taking away from the people who were in my life that I was serving. I felt guilty. And that's not a powerful place to be. That's a very low vibrational level to be in, guilt. When you feel guilty, you feel disempowered. You feel like you're not worthy. And it's not a good place to be. So I used to feel guilty when I would say no to other people's needs and wants from me, what they wanted me to do for them and how they wanted me to show up for them, to show up for myself. When I said no to them, which I really did, I felt guilty. And then, even if I did something for me that I wanted, while doing that thing, my mind would not be in it completely. I would still be thinking about how I said no to that person, how they're feeling. It's like I cared about how people felt about me than I cared about how I felt about me. I would be in this tumultuous situation where when I get back from doing what I wanted to do for me, I would be trying, it seems like I'm trying to look for a way to make up to them, to make them feel better about me and whatever. It was a cycle that I had to break out of, y'all. It's horrible. Perhaps you are in this state where it is hard for you to say no to people. And it's like you're there for every person, but you can't be there for yourself. And you resent it. You resent it. Although you're there for them, but you still resent the fact that you can't say no to them and you feel like you have to be obligated to them, and it never ends. It's like the more you give, the more they want from you. But then guess what? When you need them to show you the same commitment, when you need them to show you the same love that you show them, guess what? They give you a reason why they cannot be there. They start telling you, you know, I got this, I got that. It almost makes you feel like their needs are more important than yours. And for some reason, they're able to convince you that yours is not that important. Theirs is more important. So it's okay for them to not show up for you. It's okay for them to walk away from you. It's okay for them to not meet your needs. But it's not okay for you not to meet their needs. Baby, that is manipulation at its core. It is. That means that there is something in you that needs to heal. If you're always giving, always spreading yourself thin, and you feel bad when you don't show up for others, you feel terrible. And when you're trying to show up for yourself, in the midst of it, you're not even thinking about yourself. You're thinking about how you just said no to somebody and how you're trying to go make it up. But they never think about making it up to you. There's a seed in you that needs to be destroyed. The seed of low self-esteem, people-pleasing spirit. You need to get rid of it. You need to get rid of it because you are valuable. To find your center is to be at a place where saying no feels good. You don't feel guilty when you say no. You feel empowered when you say no, because no is a full sentence. You got to learn to say no. I had to learn to say no because I've been through too much. Being treated badly, by people who I should never have had anything to do with in the first place, because I have such a beautiful heart, open heart, loving heart, and trying to help. Y'all, I'm telling you, learn to say no. Learn to say no. That's the first thing you need to do. In order to find yourself, you need to learn to say no to whatever is taken away from you. All right? Learn to say no, because you'll find your power. You find your power. Now, one of the ways that you can learn to say no and not feel guilty about it is meditation. When you start meditating and you start doing this meditation of the presence where you are taking your power back, you're being there for you, being present in your own body. And you're not focused on other people, focused on meeting the needs of other people. You just want to be you. Because the only way that you can truly live life worthwhile is to be you. Is to be you. So you got to find yourself. And I've often shared with a lot of people on my channel when we did the live videos that one of the fastest ways for me when I'm feeling like I'm out of my center, I'm not feeling worthy, or feeling like there's just so much going on and I can't keep up, I just sit down in a quiet place with my feet planted on the ground and I just take deep, slow breaths, giving myself a hug, tapping myself and saying that I'm okay, I'm worthy, I'm loving, I'm lovable, I'm loved. Not focusing on the voices in my head, not focusing on that feeling, that emotion that's making me feel like I'm not worthy of nothing. Just focusing on me and being present and affirming that I'm worthy, I'm lovable, I'm important. My voice matters. When you show yourself this type of love, when you let yourself know that you are important just like other people, what begins to happen is you start feeling better. When you say no, you'll be okay with saying no. Because you don't always have to be the yes man. Especially when it's not reciprocated. Now, if it is reciprocated by the people that are in your life, if the love is reciprocated, then that's good. You can help them out. But always make sure you're not spreading yourself thin. If you're going to resent them for saying yes, then don't say yes. I'm not saying you should be selfish, but I'm saying you should know when to say yes and when to say no, and let your no be your no and your yes be your yes. Because when you feel like you have a voice and your voice is respected, when you say no and you don't go about feeling guilty even after saying no, you know that you're getting healed. You're taking your power back. That's how you know. All right? So learn to say no to find yourself. If saying yes to others means saying no to your own needs, then say no to them and say yes to you. All right? Number 2 is quit rejecting yourself. It's connected to number 1. Learning to say no. Quit rejecting yourself. Most people think other people are better than them, so they would rather accept other people, affirm other people, give other people some great, compliments. They compliment other people, make other people look good and feel good. But when it comes to themselves, they can't. They feel like they are unworthy. So they feel a sense of worthiness when they are out there elevating and promoting other people with their voices, and making other people feel good about themselves. But they can't feel good about themselves because they feel like for some reason they are unworthy of the love. So other people are the ones who are worthy of the love. So me, I just can't have the love. There was a point in my life when I felt like I was not worthy. I mean, I went through some stuff during my childhood where I felt like I was not really as loved as my siblings. I felt that way. And then it made me I always showed up whenever they needed me to do anything at the house, at home. Whenever they needed a chore to be done, I never ran away from my chores. I can only remember running away a few times, but not a lot. I can count a handful of times when I ran away from my chores. But I can't even begin to count how many times my siblings ran away from their chores. And I was the one who was caught to do their chores, even after completing my chores. So, I was always dependable. You would never find me saying no to the things that they had already asked me to do. You would never find me running away from chores. And I didn't really feel worthy. It felt like I was doing things because I wanted to be seen. I wanted them to see me, to love me, to appreciate me like they did others. I had that chip on my shoulders. So it found me not saying no to everybody. If anybody needed my help, I would be there. I wouldn't run away. You can depend on me. But I realized that was really taken away from me. I then developed this feeling of, it felt like I sort of had a feeling, it was sort of some type of low self-esteem that depended on meeting other people's needs. So long as I felt like I was meeting other people's needs, then I would feel good. But my needs were not being met. My needs were not being met, but it felt like I could spread myself thin for anybody. I could do whatever they asked me to do, and it made me happy. And then they, on the other side, they were not reciprocating. They were not. I was not getting it back. I would give my all, but they wouldn't give their all to me, and they would feel good not giving their all to me. And when I asked, there were some cases when I would ask, and they would say why, and give me reasons why it is okay for me to keep giving to them, and they couldn't give back to me. And one of the biggest reasons that they always use, their manipulative line that they always use, was that, God, if you want to go to heaven, you got to be good to people, you got to do this. It's like every time I wanted to take my power back and say no, they would start using God to say, it's God this, God that, God that. And that was my weak point for the longest. That was my weak point, because I love God. I'm like God's child. I want to do what makes God happy. So they would always use what they knew was my weak points to get me to do what they wanted. But baby, I grew up. I started saying no. Not as much as I should, but I started. But right now, it's been a growing process for me, because I feel like that childhood experience, it got me to be very selfless. You know what I mean? It almost felt like I had to give to be loved. I had to, it felt like I needed people's approval, and the only way to get it was to spread myself thin and say yes to them and do everything for everybody else but myself. And there was this energy built around me where the people that were around me, the friends that I had, the boyfriends that I had, they felt like I was not worthy, like they were doing me a favor being in my life. That was the energy I felt, because that was the energy that I built around myself, or that was the belief I had around myself growing up. But then I stopped. Whenever I would feel that energy around somebody, feeling like they were worthy, like I was trying too hard to get them, or they were the prize and I didn't matter, I would just find myself distancing from them. I started growing up, but I didn't completely get over that, all right, until after my separation and divorce. Because I felt myself giving a lot. And then even the things that I wanted, because in the past, the people that I had in my life, I didn't have to be around them all the time because I was not married to them. I had my other things going. But now I was married. And then I was giving of myself, but it was not reciprocated. It felt like I had to keep giving in order to survive, in order to keep things together. And I was spreading myself thin, wasn't really happy, but still tried and prayed and did everything I could. Until it came to a point where he started telling me I was not worthy. If he walked away, he told everybody if he walked away, it was over for me. My life was over, and nobody loved me, and blah blah blah. Because it felt like that was the energy I was giving out. Like nobody loved me, nobody. Perhaps maybe I don't know. It was an energy that came with me from childhood. But in spite of it, I still felt like I was good enough. I didn't really completely forget myself. But I would still give my all. I wasn't saying no when I had to. I forgot my own needs. I didn't even know what I wanted. I didn't even know what my extracurricular activities that I loved, even basketball that I loved a lot. I wasn't playing basketball a lot as I used to anymore. Because I remember playing basketball with him and whooping his butt on the basketball court, and then he would get angry and start talking and complaining, and then I started letting him win when we played. So he started feeling better. Then I noticed that I was really giving my power away to him. When we competed at something, I wasn't giving my best because I was afraid he was going to be upset and angry. Like he was, and I would let him win and he'd feel good about it. So I was really giving my power away. And then it escalated to that point. It woke me up. I went through intense suffering to wake up and realize that I had really, really given my power away by letting him think he could get away with stuff and showing up and giving it my best shot. And guess what that does again to your life? When you don't say no to people, you do everything to make them happy, including putting yourself down, taking away your power and giving it to them. What that does is that brings blockages into your life. Things that you could do normally for yourself, going hard at something, good things that should come to you can't come to you because there is a blockage. There is a feeling, an energy of unworthiness in you, making you feel like, other people are worthy, so you don't need to you need to put others first and put yourself back. Others, every good thing that you want, you're not worthy of it. Other people are worthy of it. Help them get it, and you step away. That was the type of energy that I was operating by, and that energy blocked a lot of. It attracted people who wanted me to give to them, and never me. Who made them feel like it was okay for me to spread myself thin, to go the distance for them, but I couldn't go the distance for me. They made me feel guilty whenever I tried to do something for me. It really caused a lot of blockages in my life. I couldn't get a job. I tried everything I could. There were so much blockages until, I kept praying. I started meditating. I think that the breaking point in my life was when I started meditating. And when I started meditating, all of those energies that came with me from childhood were getting removed and flushed out of my energy centers in my body, what some people call chakras. All of my energy centers, my mind was changing. All of the stored memories of unworthiness and the things that I went through in childhood, they started melting away. All of the negative thought forms that were built in my aura started falling off because I made myself available to the grace of God. And then I realized that it's not God's will for you to say yes to something you mean to say no to. It's not. God will never want you to give your power away. It's a form of disservice to yourself when you keep saying yes to people when you really mean to say no. It feels good to say no when you want to say no. And to not be afraid that they're going to walk out of your life and talk bad about you. See, if you feel like they're going to talk bad about you, that's your clue right there, that they were never worthy of you in the first place. So learn to take your power back. Focus on you. Accept yourself. Know that accepting yourself means saying no. If saying yes to others means rejecting you, then say no to them. Accepting yourself is the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Don't you know that it's good for you to be in that place in your life where you feel so good about yourself and you're happy with you, that when you say yes to other people, you're saying yes because you want to say yes. You're not saying yes because you have to say yes so they can be happy. And you have to also watch people's character. When you pay attention closely, if there are people who are always wanting you to say yes and never say yes to you, you're always there for them, but they're never there for you. They always give you a reason why they can't be there for you. When you need them the most, they are not nowhere to be found. But when they need something from you, that's when they show up. That's your clue right there. That's not the right person for you. They're going to steal from you, drain you, and put you down. You don't want those type of people around you. So you make that choice. You're always making that choice. So that's it, you guys. That's all I'm going to share with you guys today. Oh, actually, the next point I want to share with you guys, which is the last point, is find something that excites you. If you're always looking for people to help, it felt like I was looking for people to be a slave to. It started from home where I had to be there. Everybody else ran away from their chores, but me. You know what I mean? I never ran away from my chores when I was growing up. Like I said, I could even count a handful of times when I wasn't there. But when I came back, they made sure they always leave that chore. So when I came back, I would do it. But every other person's chore, I would have to do it. It was like I was being forced to do things that others left behind. Like everybody else could get away with stuff, but I couldn't. It felt really bad. But guess what else? You know, one thing I'm grateful for is for a lot of people, if they live that type of way where they felt like they didn't have the freedom that they needed, everybody else had the freedom, but they couldn't. That would really affect all of their lives, all areas of their lives. They couldn't even do well in school. They couldn't even go after any goal. But I didn't allow. I thank God that God was in my life, that I could still pray through some things even when I was a child, and could still commit myself to succeeding in class and doing what I had to do in order to succeed. Like in my academics, I was not behind. I tried my best. I gave my all in everything that I was doing at that time, at each stage of my life. Like whether it was my extracurricular activities, whether it was finding sports, I gave it my all. I was present. I guess I was still goal oriented. I still had a goal, something that kept me excited, that I was looking forward to. I didn't allow the discouraging situation in my life and all of the things that were happening, or that low self-esteem sort of to keep me stuck. I still find the light in me. I still found the light in me. But right now I found it more. I'm happy with being by myself. I'm happy with saying no. I don't have to say yes. And if I notice any form of manipulation in people around me, I don't go around them anymore. I can't deal with that. I don't even talk to them. Like I don't hate them and everything, but I don't want our energies to merge. Like I don't want to have dealings with people who are manipulative. I don't. I'm grown now. And I'm happy and I'm at peace. And now I can say yes because I want to, not because I'm feeling manipulated and pressured to. You know what I mean? So that's what you guys should do. Look for something that makes you happy. Something that you can give your time to, that you're very excited to give your time to. Don't allow yourself be at the mercy of the people around you, manipulators. And you need to learn to meditate. That's the only true way you can really get your power back. If you don't, what meditation does is, meditation exposes you to who you truly are. It removes the masks. It tears down the walls. It does. There are things that prayer cannot do for you. I have been a prayer warrior for a long time, all right? But my life didn't really change until I started meditating. Yeah, it didn't really change until I started meditating. So I'm really, really grateful that God directed my steps to start meditating. Because there are some walls you can't tear down on your own. You need divine help. And the only way that you can get it is through meditation. So start meditating. That's the way to get your power back. And get a goal that excites you, a goal that you want. Start walking towards something. Wake up every day excited to work towards something. And I promise you, when you do, you will see the difference in your life, all right? You will. You will. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that some way, somehow you were inspired. Something in you was stirred up to start taking action towards being the person that you want to be. Someone who can say no without feeling guilty. Someone who can love themselves so much that they go after what they want, not what they think other people want. Someone who can be by themselves because they are happy being by themselves, not because they want to force themselves to go be in relationships and with people that are not worthy of you. All right? All right? So thank you all for watching today. You guys are awesome and amazing. If you like the video, make sure you thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you click the notification button so you can be reminded or alerted whenever I go live or post a new video, all right? I love you all so much. Get yourselves ready because on Friday, we're going to go live. We're going to ask questions. We're going to pray in person. And whatever I see in the spirit, I'm going to let you know. Thank you all so much. You guys are awesome and amazing. I love you all. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, wonderful, amazing, sweet, and lovely people. I can see you now later.